right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's for John Robinson. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Another carry for Robinson. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're left with 4th and short. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive. You got to find a way to execute it.
And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that game.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here we go. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Play fake, Penix. He has it at the 5! And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Firing quickly is Penix. Complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Let's go. 50, green, jack. Ready.
On the gun, Rattler. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be a yard shy of the 1st as they force him out after the gain of 9. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on, set, hey, red.
And center receiver left.
Strike it. Set.
On the draw, it's Pacheco. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from the deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
Then your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
It's complete. This is a love it. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go now.
First down carry for Pacheco. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that run.
Well, once we saw them on the collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Hold them ready.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go. Drill.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. That is Cubs. This is Fant working downfield. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Keeping it on an option to the right. Rattler's hit and the ball's out. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy. But sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
Oh, he's got it in close. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish off their opening drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints start off well, tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Now Penix off the play action. Taking a shot deep here. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Third down, it's Penix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready, set.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Rattler to the air now. And like an empty Rattler, he just throws that one away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Set. Seal. Black. Ready.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up. Jason Sanders on for the field goal. Ball on the right hash. The distance 43 yards. Sanders sends it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Reed now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Staying with Robinson. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Let's go now. 60, 19, Tiger, 19, Warrior, 70, Panther 11.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready, ready, set.
It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Down. Yellow, 43. Hut.
Third and long for him here. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. First and 10 from the 32. Here's Robinson to start the drive. They're working a couple yards past the line. Taken down on that play by Landon Jackson.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
60 Bison. Mustang 19 tight. Hut.
To the air with Penix. Looking slant route complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Penix here from the gun. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Go! Bravo 80. 19 tight. 60. Panther 60. Go!
Shotgun snap. They give to Robinson. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Cowboy. Here we go. Knights.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Gets this one to London. And they're going to be sent up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. And a great try at that first down.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get sent for 3rd and 6.
Come on. 70 Lion.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. So it'll be 2nd and long coming up, and that is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Penix working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Palmer. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready. Black, ultra. Set, go.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's Rattler, 1st and 10. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Now Rattler on the play fake. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Madden. Ready.
Pistol snap to Rattler. Escapes the pocket. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. Black 40. Ready?
He's going to throw it again. And this is going to be a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take the lead just before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
now to kick this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go. 7 o'clock, 19, Buffalo 18, check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
On first down, here's Penix. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We got second down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
19 tight. Right there.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Saints might be able to get some points late after the interception. Only time left for one more snap, Rob, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Rattler now off the play action. This is a heater going deep. He's got it deep downfield. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just nailed it.
And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on first. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Saints first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
It's Pacheco again. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Set. Ready. Blue 32.
They kick the running back in motion.
Ready.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set.
From the gun, Rattler. Escapes them, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Ready? 65.
Robinson on the inside kick. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Dragon 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Come 19. Take off.
Here's Penix to throw. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Give him 37 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Robinson again here on second. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 18. Pioneer. 18. Rattler. 18. Rattler. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
3rd and 1. It's Penix. Got TK. Complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Falcons start the second half with some needed points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons get it back to within 6.
Falcons 17.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here's Palmer. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Okay.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready. Needle blue. Set.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. He's on the level. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints go up
good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
So the Saints offense staying on the field. They're going for 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Chased out to his right. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner. Netting him a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback, right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Play action. Here's Penix. Man downfield, and he finds London. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Pass taken in by the rookie out of Ole Miss. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Penix now on 1st down. Sends this to the end zone. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Drake London with the touchdown. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Falcons 24.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Yeah, running with it. I should probably start ahead, boy, because I got all the heads, boy.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
Ready.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. Small gain up to the 38. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, they need 7. Rattler setting to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lofts it deep right side. He's got it inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. Reed now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawks, drag him, 60. Watch the ship, watch the ship. 19, 18, Raptor, 18, Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Bronco, chop 60, chop 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Penix. He's going deep this time. And it's picked off, but yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds. So no interception, incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35 with 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Robinson. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, it's Penix. He's got a man left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
These little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Right back to Pacheco. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints making a 3-score game in the 4th. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the upright. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 24.
Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Robinson with the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
60,
Penix on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Penix now.
At the 39-yard line.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's a Falcon 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st down. Here's Penix. Taking a deep shot here. Well, they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it
Penix on 3rd down. Going deep here for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and a hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And 4th and 4 coming up. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Oh, the back's got it downfield. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game.
Falcons 31.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Ready.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Hey, what?
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Set, ready.
Zone read, it's Pacheco. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Ready?
On the option, they give it to Pacheco. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards too.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Come on, set. Slide through 50, green. Set.
3rd and long for him here. Makes the grab and bounds left side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Dive up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Saints moments away from their 4th win of the year. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. Defense followed the ball perfectly on that zone read and closing on him for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Runs around him, he's got space. The is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Let's go now. Black.
They'll run. Pacheco. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Just everybody in the huddle on the sidelines. Sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
33, yellow.
So this will win on the road for the Saints. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock. So is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official?